Hello. I'm trying to get to sleep. It's like 9:30 because I want to wake up at 5 if I can to read and meditate and work out before work. It would be really cool if I could read and meditate and work out before work tomorrow morning. I took 2 melatonin pills. I think that's 10 milligrams of melatonin. But I take melatonin a lot, so I don't know if it won't work because I've been taking it regularly. But what keeps coming up in my meditation is very strange, and that is that I'm feeling that my it's very hard to put into words, but it's feeling that, I mean, I've said this a lot, but I don't mean to repeat myself. It's that I'm alone. It's that I'm the sole inhabitant of my own universe, and that everyone else is also the sole inhabitant of their own universes. And this is like a very specific truth of psychology and physics. And like it actually has weird implications that I guess I studied in college in different kinds of classes. Those can help with my pedagogy for trying to explain what I'm perceiving. What am I trying to... It's something really important. It has to do with passing away in the afterlife. Some people, like my dad says, he just believes we're gone when we die. And it's hard to know how to talk about that because it's hard to put into words. If you spend enough time in Zen centers, you develop a sense of, I guess the bardo is what they call the transition into the afterlife. In Tibetan Buddhism. And I'm saying that I'm perceiving something important about the bardo, about the transition into the afterlife in Tibetan Buddhism. And I might not have the best way of explaining it. It's the sense that I'm alone with my choices and that no one will understand. It's not that they don't care, but it's that there's no way for someone to understand another person beyond our communication. And language has limits, and then art has limits. And what there is to be communicated goes beyond language and beyond art. So the best thing I can do for anyone else, the best thing I can do for sentient beings, the people around me, my friends, family, and coworkers, is to practice my understanding of Tibetan Buddhism the best that I can. And that's really, really, really weird because you have to... I guess you have to accept the fact that you're alone, that when we pass away, we go into like ultimate aloneness. We leave all of our friends, family, coworkers behind. We leave all of our possessions behind. We leave all of our music behind, all of our writing behind, all of our paintings behind. we bring our Dharma practice with us only into the afterlife. There's nothing that goes with us into the afterlife besides our Dharma practice. And you can experience the kind of aloneness of the afterlife while you're alive, and that's how you, it's hard to, it's I don't know how to say that, but I mean, you don't need to know how to say something. You just need to perceive it clearly. You observe yourself. You observe your own psychology lucidly, and that's all you really need. You don't necessarily need to know. You don't need to do anything more than just observe your own psychology exhaustively. And I think when we have experiences like this morning, I was rear-ended, and there was very little damage to my car, and I wasn't injured at all. But having a car accident kind of jolted me into thinking about the afterlife and how we're eventually going to get old, and all of our music goes into basically gets thrown away, and all of our paintings get thrown away, and all of our friendships disappear, dissolve into the bardo, and our family gets left behind, and it doesn't matter whether or not we reincarnate or whatever, but there's a part that does matter, and that's observing your own psychology exhaustively, and seeing the fact that Putin might launch a nuclear weapon at the United States, and that we're responsible because of the 100th monkey effect. Any one person can create the link to the consciousness that would prevent nuclear war. It's something like that. I mean, it's like there's these things that they're kind of like, sounds like tall tales, like the saying that someone has the agency like that of the 100th monkey, but it's something along those lines. There is a 100th monkey effect. There is a Maharishi effect, and whether it's one person or maybe like someone who is like a celebrity or becomes a celebrity, writes a best-selling book or gives lectures and talks, and I don't know what it could be. Anything where the agency causes there to be more peace in the world and more consciousness. And so that's what that looks like. That's like a musician making a song and playing a song for millions of people to hear, or someone on a TV show, or I don't know what, but it begins with one of the monkeys washing the sand off of their potato or whatever, and consciousness gets raised one monkey at a time, I think. But or in groups, if people meditate in groups, that's exponentially more 100th monkey consciousness. If people meditate in groups, that's exponentially more 100th monkey consciousness raising, 100th monkey consciousness raisingness. And the things that I've seen in my meditation are so utterly important and urgent and like it just insanely like important, but like it's to the point that like you can't even begin to communicate how important they are. They're like more important than basically anything else. Like the truth of the Dharma is like so utterly, it's like disgustingly urgent. It's like this thing that's like beyond anything you could imagine. It's just, I mean, we're all going to pass away eventually, and a Dharma practitioner, a lama, a Zen priest is someone who passes away before they pass away physically, passes away psychologically before they pass away physically. And I guess that's what I want to say.